Hi, this is video 3 of the SICAP program for the Together Apart Video Hub. I'm Susan from Abbey Art Studios and part of the lifelong learning team for Loud Leader Partnership. We're continuing our experiments with watercolour marker effect today in the last of this group of work, and we're going to look at something to extend what you've already tried in video 1 and 2. I've been delighted to see all the results coming through on messages, and maybe at the end we'll do a bit of a gallery. So I want to talk about a word, and the word is resist. And if you put two things together that don't really work, you'll get resist. I have a wax crayon and some of my photocopy paper, and I'm just going to do a little experiment with you. Bit of crayon, some blue, some yellow, and some white. You won't see the white on the paper until we apply our marker. So I'm just going to do a bit of a fish shape here, because we will try and do our fish today. Okay, there is my scribbly fish. Brush, water. Let's mop across this and let's see what happens. Ooh. The wax crayon resists the watercolour effect marker. And here's one I did earlier. This is it dry, and we did a little outline afterwards, but you can see the white and the yellow and how the wax resists the water. So that's going to be an extra bit in our work today. And we're going to try our fish. Get this guy down. He can dry off to the side. Now, I showed you the fish in the last video. This is the plan. Two lost souls swimming in a fish bowl. And I'm going to include the template for drawing the fish in the comments box. But here we go. We're going to do two fish. And you can do them any shape you like. Maybe you want to do more triangle ones. Or you could do a fish to represent everybody in your family. A self-portrait as a fish. And your family members included. So I'm going to include, there's my two fish. And I'm going to start with the background. Everyone hates doing the background first, but when you do the background first, what happens is the subjects, in this case our fish, really stand out. So we're going to take a line for a walk. I'm not going to lift the pen. It's going to go around. Doesn't have to be very neat. As you know by now, I don't really do neat, which is typified by my really bad hair today. Somebody needs a haircut. Now, I'm going to do some blue through this. And maybe some light green. Light green. So, like we did with the flowers, we'll shade the light green in and around this a little bit more. Block it in a bit more. Nice and close. And then we'll start on our fish. Now I'm going to do these fish yellow and orange. I'm also, before I put any water on it, going to take my white crayon, or you could use an oil pastel, which is kind of like a posh crayon. Now you're going to have to rely on your imagination here, because you can't see what you're doing, which will be a nice surprise. And anyone who does art know that there's beauty in the surprises. Van Gogh used to say there is no such thing as an accident in art. No such thing at all. And Bob Ross, he says, the happy little accidents. They're the little surprises we get in our work. Okay, here comes the orange. And again, when we wet this first, it's going to be very loose. And then we can put more detail on it afterwards. I'll start with the fish because they're quite light. Okay. Get them in too. You might find that I did a black marker here on the outline, just so that you could see it at home. But maybe it might be nicer to do an orange one, and then you could always put the black on afterwards. Clean my brush again, and I'm going to work on the water, but I'm going to try and stay away from the edge of the fish at the minute, just so that I can keep my greens all together. Okay, oh, I can start to see my crayon coming out there. And this resist work is lovely because it's a bit like secret messages. You could pass a secret note to somebody written on what looks like a blank page in white crayon. And then to reveal your secret message, they have to put paint on it. I like that idea. Okay, so there's our first little bit of wash. We can start to see the water coming out. Bit round the edge. Now, let that dry and I'd work on top of it. This is too wet for me to work on top of, but there's one I did earlier, slightly different colours. And you can work on top